Hi, science group number 1. This is our fifth video number 5. And on your checkoff list, it'll be, you can check it off. It's Friday, September 11th, and it's science number 5 video for group 1. So I should have Nathan, Josias, David, and William on this video, okay? And get out your science book, this one here, and you're going to turn to page where it says lesson 3, okay? We're going to read it together. And at the very top, it's asking, what is a mammal? So we're going to learn what a mammal is today, all right? Remember, first we talked about there's the animal kingdom, okay? There's one big group of animals that includes all the animals in the world. And we put them in, the scientists put them into two groups, the vertebrates and the invertebrates. So the vertebrate group, they have backbones. So in there, they have the skeleton on the inside, and they have a little backbone going down the middle of their back. And we have the group that are the invertebrates, and they don't have a backbone. An example would be like a jellyfish. It's all squishy. And, another example would be an insect, a worm. Okay, they're usually very soft, and you know they wiggle around a lot. Okay, so we're going to study vertebrates first, then we'll move on to invertebrates. So inside the group of vertebrates, we have another group. We have 5 groups, okay? The first group we're going to study of those 5 groups is the mammals. What is a mammal? So if you look at your paper, you can trace the word mammals right here, so you learn how to spell it. It's M-A-M-M-A-L-S. So go ahead and trace that and say the letter as you trace it. And then say mammals. Put your finger on there, and I'm going to start reading. And you follow me as I read so you can learn new words, all right? So I'll give you a second to write that. Write the word mammals. All right, then put your pencil down and put your finger on mammals and say it with me, read out loud. Mammals are animals that have fur or hair. So mammals are animals that have fur or hair. Mice and bears are both mammals because they have fur. Most mammals give birth to live young. That doesn't mean that some animals give birth to dead young. It means that when their babies are born, they're alive. Okay? So when a dog has puppies, the puppies are alive. When let's say a chicken has babies, it lays an egg, so it's not alive. It is alive inside the egg, but it's not moving around and making noises and eating. It's still growing inside the egg. So mammals give birth to live young. I lost my place. They also feed milk to their babies. So mammals feed milk to their babies. This is called nursing. Some mammal babies nurse for a few weeks, while others nurse for many months. Lions, dogs, cats, horses, and cows have fur or hair too. And there are hundreds of other mammals as well. So there's hundreds of them. We didn't mention them all. This fur often helps to keep the animal warm in the winter. Sometimes this fur helps the animal to blend in with its surroundings so it can hide from its enemies. What it means by blend in, for example, let me think. So lions, usually you find them in like a desert area in Africa, and the color of the ground or the bushes are the same color as his fur. So normally you don't see him. He's blended in, he's camouflaged so you don't see them, and that's for their protection. So they're not easily spotted, and they are hunted easily. If you have a pet, I'm sorry, I skipped a part. God gave mammals their fur or hair. God gave them because he knew they needed it to keep warm and to hide from their enemies. If you have a pet that is a mammal, like a dog, a cat, a hamster, look at its fur. How does it feel? Where does it grow on your pet's body? Do you think its fur helps to keep your pet warm? Probably, okay? Because they don't wear clothes. They don't put a jacket on like we do. They need their fur to keep them warm. Okay, now you're going to turn to the next page, this one here. And on that page, on the top, it says mammals have fur. It says look closely at the pictures of these mammals. These are all mammals, okay? Circle the hair on each one. It doesn't say to circle the animal that has hair. All of these animals have hair. Some have a lot, some have very little, okay? It says circle the hair on these mammals. Some mammals have a lot of hair and others have only a little bit of hair. So you see a sheep there. So he has on the ends of his feet, he has hooves. It's kind of like the fingernails of an animal. There's no hair there, but he has hair on his face, on his body, on his legs. So you can circle one part of his body that has hair. The dog has hair all over, so you can circle a part of his body that has hair. The seal has hair all over. So you can circle any part of their body where you see hair. Now look at the bat. The bat, most of the bat is made up of wings. See the wings? I don't see any hair on his wings, but I see hair on his body and on his face, on his ears. So circle the part of his body that has hair. And we see I believe that's a walrus, I think. I hope I'm not wrong. No, that's not a walrus. That's I can't remember the name of that animal. I know it's a water animal. He lives in the water. If you look at his neck, his cheeks, I don't see any hair, but look at the top of his mouth, the side of his mouth, and look at his ears. What do you see? Almost like whiskers. So you can circle like this part of his mouth, or actually the top by his nose. I see some whiskers, or you can circle his ear. Okay, it may not be a lot, but he does have hair. All right. So can you think of any other animals that have fur or hair? A horse, a mouse. What else? A giraffe, a lion, a zebra, an opossum, a skunk. Lots of animals have hair. They're all mammals, okay? Do you remember what mammals feed their babies? Mammals are in the group, are called mammals because they feed their babies milk and they have hair, okay? All right, so now I want you to get this paper out here. See that paper? And I want you to write your name and your date right now. Write your name and date. So today is 9/11/20, September 9th, 2020. Okay, I'll write it on the board for you. It's 9/11/20. All right, and together we're going to fill this paper out. Okay, on the top it says lesson 3 for beginners. And you're not the beginners, not Miss Lorena's beginners, but you're the beginners in this classroom. And it asks, what is a mammal? Okay, so then you see a right here, and it says, and I'm sorry I wrote that kind of small. I'll make it bigger next time for you, all right? It says mammals are animals that have, and there's 2 blanks. It has something or something. Do you remember what they have? They have, you can go back and look right here and read it, and it'll tell you. Mammals are animals that have fur or hair. So you're going to write on the first line, you're going to write fur, and then it says already or, and then you're going to write hair. Fur or hair. Okay. Letter B. It says most mammals give birth to blank young or babies. Do you remember what kind of babies they give birth to? Was it eggs? No, it was live babies. This was A, B. Oops, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Live babies. Mammals give birth to live babies. In order to be in this group of mammals, they have to have fur or hair. They have to give birth to live babies. And they all feed their babies what? Do you remember what they feed their babies? Milk. Just like us, we drink milk when we're babies. And I have a 15 and a 16-year-old that still drink milk. Cow's milk is for cows. Number C, mammals feed milk to their babies. So you're going to fill in that blank with milk. Okay, the next one, D. There's 3 answers for D. See, there's 3 blanks. That means there's 3 answers. D, it says, read it with me. God gave mammals fur to help them keep what? Keep warm. To keep warm. The first answer is warm. Okay. That was the first blank. And then there's going to be another one and another one. Okay. Warm. God gave mammals their fur to help them keep warm in the winter. And sometimes, not all animals, sometimes to blend in with its surroundings. So it can do what? It can hide. What do animals need to hide from? Animals need to hide from its enemies or they'll get eaten up. So the last one is enemies, okay? Oops, and I ran out of space. Let me do this over again. So it's, first one was warm and then hide. And the last one is, this is enemies, okay? Let me pull you a little bit forward so you can see that better. All right, you want to copy those on your paper. So all of your blanks will be filled in with the answers we just wrote. See right here? You're going to fill them in right here in that order. A, B, C, and D. So we have A, B, C, and D. Fill those in. Pause the video if you need to. And so if someone asks you, what is a mammal? You say, well, a mammal is an animal that has fur or hair. It gives birth to live young. It feeds its babies milk. And God gave them their fur to keep warm and hide from its enemies. All right, so now you know what a mammal is. All right, so next week we'll go on to lesson 4, and I hope that you are able to finish this and bring it back to me tonight by 5 o'clock. I'll be waiting for your homework so I can correct it. All right, have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.